Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Daily Drive. I'm going to get this shared into my Becoming Unlimited Facebook group. And then we're going to talk about some gratitude because that is why we're here on Wednesdays. That's what we talk about on the Daily Drive on Wednesday is gratitude. That is why it is one of the three main areas of the Daily Drive because it is so important to staying in control of your mind. And so that's why we talk about it. It's Wednesday. It's going to be no different than any other time here on the Daily Drive. So y'all do me a favor when you hop on, say hey. You know I've always got to mess with my ring light and make sure it's in the right spot. I'm going to be taking it with me today, so I've got little pieces of tape on the floor to make sure my light stays in the right place. I don't even know what y'all are seeing right now, but that's going to bother me if I don't fix it. But good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all, happy Wednesday. I love a Wednesday. I feel like, I don't know, I've grown to love every day of the week. I feel like kind of like I love a Monday because I have a chance to get myself organized and kind of together for the week. I love a Tuesday because that's kind of like when I get to work on stuff for myself. I love Wednesday because I stop and think about gratitude. I love Thursday because I don't really have a schedule. I love Friday because we talk about freedom. So I have really grown to just love every day of the week and make every day productive. There is something every day that you can do to wake up and invite the energy of living in your purpose into your space. And so we talk about gratitude every Wednesday on the Daily Drive. The Daily Drive is just something that I created to help me get in control of my mind when I started to learn how I could get on top of my anxiety. I was diagnosed with anxiety in 2010 and lived in darkness for a long time. And looking back on my life now, I've probably had anxiety my whole life, but didn't know what to do about it, didn't know who to talk to, didn't know what to do or whatever until I went to the emergency room and they were like, hey, you have anxiety. I don't know what's going on with my hair today. I'm getting ready to go for a walk and then take a shower because we have a support group meeting today, which I'll get to. But I created the Daily Drive when I started to just learn what could help me stay in control of my mind. And the things that help me the most are intentional thinking, goal setting, and gratitude. And so I just started sharing this with my friends, and turns out other people needed that information too. And so it's, led me to understand that my true purpose in life is just to speak publicly about mental health and to help other people maneuver through life with anxiety because, it sucks sometimes, let's be honest, right? So we talk about gratitude every single Wednesday on the Daily Drive because, like I said, gratitude is so important for helping you get control of your mind and stay in control of your mind and your energy. When I was younger, I went to church and everything, and so, we were grateful. We talked about what we were grateful for at Thanksgiving time. When I was at church and going to church things, we talked about, what family members we were grateful for and things like that. But I never knew how deeply gratitude can change your energy until I started to learn what to do to be in control of my mind, even while living with anxiety. And so what I learned, and you can research this information on your own, what I learned is that the practice of gratitude, when you think about what you're thankful for, when you invite that energy into your body, it does things chemically inside your body. We have all of these hormones and chemicals in our body that work in different ways and do different things for us. And the chemicals, the hormones that are associated with gratitude that are naturally in your body, those hormones release the same feelings that are associated with the feelings of calm, the feelings of bliss, and the feelings of joy. So just by spending intentional time thinking about gratitude, making gratitude an intentional daily practice, you then are intentionally inviting those happy hormones into your body. And so that's going to help you be in control of your mind better. It's going to help you handle stressful situations better. It's going to help you just maneuver through life a little bit easier. Yes, things will still happen that stress us out, that are overwhelming, whatever. However, but when you are already intentionally inviting those gratitude chemicals and hormones into your body, you're going to handle those things differently because your body's already in that happy, that blissful, that calm state. So gratitude is so important for mind control. It's one of the first things that I learned to really start taking control of my mind. Now, I use gratitude thinking, gratitude practices for every situation. When I want to go to sleep at night, when my husband and I have our cuddle time and whatever, and nobody sleeps all cuddled up all night, right? So we roll over and go our separate ways. And when I'm ready to really go to sleep, I start thinking gratitude in my mind. Same thing when I want to take a nap on the couch in the afternoon. I start thinking about gratitude. When I'm driving and I realize that I'm getting a little bit anxious, I'm a little bit worked up because driving makes me anxious, I think about gratitude and be grateful for the ability to drive, for the car that I have, right? So gratitude is so powerful in helping you take control of every situation and be on top of your mind sort of up front. Because when you're already intentionally thinking about gratitude, you've already got those hormones in your body working positively for your energy. So I get up and start thinking about gratitude. As soon as I get up, I've got journals everywhere. I created my gratitude silos so that I can fill a silo up in whatever area I'm thinking about, or maybe I'm lacking the appreciation for a certain area of my life. I like to give gratitude back to my body often because that's something that I don't show gratitude for, or I didn't before, right? When I do my daily drive worksheet in the morning, I've got my gratitude there. I got, like I said, journals all over the house. I've got notes in my phone that I can just open up real quick. I just think about it. Just thinking and invoking those feelings changes everything. And when you give it a full 90 seconds, it takes 90 seconds to shift energy and emotion in your body. So that's why if you're already worked up about something and somebody tells you, oh, just calm down, that doesn't do anything for you, right? It probably makes you get a little bit more anxious, right? When somebody's like, oh, just calm down. That doesn't do anything. It's not doing anything to shift your energy. So when you give yourself 90 seconds to shift that energy and emotion, you are intentionally taking control of the energy and the hormones in your body. So all of my gratitude thinking, all of my gratitude journaling, all of my gratitude practices are full sentences, full I am grateful for statements so that I can keep that energy going for enough time to shift my energy, right? And so I want to talk about something fun today because y'all know that I love watching my documentaries. I love watching murder documentaries, prison documentaries. I watched one about Pablo Escobar yesterday. I just love watching documentaries, right? But sometimes I need funny things. Sometimes I just need to laugh. I just need to get some humor into my body. I just need to take a break from the seriousness of documentaries and things like that, right? I just need some laughter. I just need some positivity sometimes. So yesterday afternoon, I was watching some stand-up comics, and one of them was Leslie Jones, and I love Leslie Jones. If you're watching me and you know who Leslie Jones is, let me know in the chat. Let me know what you love about her, where you know her from. But I love me some Leslie Jones. I love her stand-up. I love her cameos on shows that she's done. She revamped Supermarket Sweep recently. Please tell me if you remember Supermarket Sweep, because I used to love watching that when I was younger. And I was like, oh, I would get so many groceries out of this grocery store. Let me know if you remember Supermarket Sweep. They revamped it. within the last couple years, and Leslie Jones is the host of it, and she is just hilarious. Her stand-up is a little bit R-rated, so don't watch it with your kids if you don't allow them to see things like that, because she got a mouth on her. But Leslie Jones is so funny, and I was watching her stand-up yesterday, and first of all, one of the things that she said just had me laughing so much, because I have chronic pain with anxiety and the fibroid that I have. I just get soreness in my muscles and my body all over the place. It is normal for me to have to walk around with ankle braces and knee braces on. And if you saw my post yesterday, my leg was just like twitching away, my leg muscles, and so it just made it super sore. And Leslie Jones walks out on the stage to do her stand-up comedy bit, and she's got a big old knee brace on her leg. And so her whole first joke is how she wears the brace on the outside of the jeans because she doesn't care. She's not messing up her knee more to look cute for y'all. She's like, I'll wear it on the outside. And I was just dying laughing because that's so funny. Like, I'm not messing up my knee more to look cute for y'all. I was like, yes, girl. So that just made me laugh. But during her stand-up, she got real for a minute, and I don't remember what it was called. It was on Netflix, and I'm pretty sure I was just scrolling through the like stand-up comedy category that they have, because Netflix has all these categories, and then once you watch one thing, they give you a whole category of things that are similar to it, right? So I think I was just scrolling through like the stand-up comedy category, and I was like, Leslie Jones, I love her. And so I watched it, and she got real for a minute, and she started talking about how one of the things that like she had always wished that she could do was have a time machine, was get into a time machine so that she could go back to the past, she could go to the future, right? She could see what's going to happen to her in the future. Like, she can live, according to what her future life would, or her future self would say. And like, she could go back in the past and like talk smack to her younger self. And, and so she's talking about being able to go back and forth in time and having a time machine. And she was talking about how, she'd go back to the past and she'd look at her past self and she'd tell her past self, don't date that guy, or don't, sign that contract, or don't do that thing. That's not going to work out, And so like warning her past self, and then, your shoes are cute though, like talking to your past self. But then she got really real when she was talking about visiting her future self, because she was talking about visiting her future self, and her future self, when she gets there, she's looking at her future self, and her future self tells her, go back to right now where you're supposed to be, and focus on the now. Stop worrying about what future self is gonna do. And I was like, oh my gosh, if you had a time machine, that's what your future self would tell you. Go back and live in the moment. Stop stressing about the future. Stop trying to worry about the future and what's going to happen. Stop stressing about the past and wishing you could go back and change things. Be in the now and focus on the now. Live in right now. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I make it a point to find inspiration in everything that I consume. Even if it's a raunchy stand-up comedian. And she had me rolling laughing the whole time. And then she had me thinking about gratitude. Because how do we live in the moment right now? How do we stay in this current moment and live here instead of worrying about the future or wishing we could go back and change certain things? How do we live right now with gratitude? With gratitude. You use gratitude to redirect. You use gratitude to stay mindful of right now. Mindfulness is not like some big crazy thing. Mindfulness is just living in the current moment and not allowing your energy to be consumed by stressing about the past and the future. When you stress about the past and the future, you block the things that are truly there and intended for you by the universe. The universe gives you what you need when you allow it. I say this so much, and it's so true. When you stop stressing about the past, when you stop stressing about the future, and you're mindful of where you are right now, in this current moment, living in this current time. Yes, you might have things going on. Yes, you and your partner might be arguing. And yes, you might, be worrying about something at work. Yes, you might be having a hard time with a friendship that you're in. Yes, you might be having a hard time with something. But if right now is not the time to think about it, then you get to live in right now's moment. One of the things that I do often is just remind myself to be mindful. When I am sitting on the couch with my husband and we're trying to watch a movie together, drop a 1 in the chat if you have ever been watching a movie and you can't even pay attention to it because you're stressing about whatever is going to happen tomorrow, whatever's coming, whatever you didn't finish today, like you're just stressing about everything else while you're trying to watch this movie with someone, right? Let me know because I've been there. Drop a 1. It happens to me. And so when that is happening, that is when I get to use gratitude to be mindful of the current moment. So I get to shift my energy and tell myself that I'm grateful that I have this moment right now. I'm grateful that I have this time to watch a movie and disconnect from everything else. I'm grateful that I can spend this time with my husband after we've both been gone all day. I'm grateful that I can put my phone down for an hour and a half, 2 hours and watch a movie. I'm grateful for this moment right now. So I can enjoy this moment and not stress about what's to come tomorrow. It's all about being mindful and living in the energy of right now. You are blocking your energy when you're stressed about the past and stressed about the future. You are blocking the universe from giving you what is entitled to you. Abundance is our birthright, regardless of what spirituality you believe or don't believe in. Abundance is our birthright because we're here. We're on this planet of abundance. There is more than enough for everyone. And when you tune into that, when you stop blocking your energy from that, everything changes for you and that abundance comes back. The universe gives you what you're looking for, what you need. And you tune into that by being mindful of right now. Think about how many times in your life something has slipped past you. You haven't noticed something. You haven't paid attention to something important and it's passed you by because you've been stressing about everything else. One of the things that I make it a point, an intentional point, every year. When I started looking at my house to buy my house, it was in the springtime. So all of the trees in the front of the yard, the plants in the front of the yard, everything was in bloom and it looked really pretty. And it's one of the things that I fell in love with about my house. And then I noticed over the years that I would go through almost the whole spring season and not notice the blooms on the trees in the front yard. Because my mind is so consumed with everything else. I walk past them every day. I look out the window every day and they're there. But I don't pay attention to it. I don't recognize it. I don't stop and appreciate the beauty of it because I'm stressing about everything else in life. That is something, in fact, that I've told my husband. If I don't point out the trees to you after they've bloomed, remind me, right? Like bring me back to reality, bring me back to now, right? Remind me to look at the things when they're blooming, right? It happens so many times. And so now it's an intentional point of mine that I've let my husband know as well, just to pay attention to my yard in the spring when it's in bloom. Because we can be so stressed about things, about life, about the past and the future that we don't even notice those things. And it's something that brought me joy when I was looking at my house. So why not intentionally be joyful about it often? And I get to do that by being mindful. Mindful in the moment so that I can notice it. I can't tell you how many times I've been driving somewhere and I've missed gorgeous scenery because I've been thinking about something else, right? That is the same. You're blocking yourself from that beauty. It's a practice now that I even do while I'm driving, being mindful of what's around me while I'm driving. Because there's so much beauty and abundance around us that we miss. because we're not mindful of the current moment. We're not grateful for right now. We're thinking about the past. We're thinking about the future. We are stressing about whatever it is we have going on in our lives and taking the energy away from right now. I want to go to sleep at night able to tell myself with confidence that the things I did today will attract abundance. And that happens by being mindful of right now. Because when I start to stress about the past, when I start to stress about the future, what happens? My energy shuts down. And then I'm sitting on the couch for 2 hours and haven't done anything. But if I'm mindful of right now, if I'm mindful of my purpose right now, I'm going to do something to work on that purpose and move myself forward. Even if it's just creating a picture to send to my group of advocates, right? That is still going to bring me abundance. The things I did today will attract abundance if I'm mindful of right now. So what I want you to remember for today, for Gratitude Wednesday, is that being mindful of the current moment unblocks your energy. It unlimits your energy to the things that are there for you. When you use gratitude to redirect your mind towards mindfulness, when you use gratitude to be grateful for the current moment and to be present now, you're inviting all of those chemicals in while being mindful of what's happening right now. I often use gratitude as soon as I get in the car, before anything has even happened, just so that I'm mindful of right now and I don't miss things. I live in Richmond and it's a beautiful city. I love coming into town certain ways from the interstate because you see the whole skyline. But I'm not going to notice that if I'm not mindful of right now. So it is a constant, all the time, everyday practice to use gratitude to redirect your mind and be mindful of right now, to unblock, unlimit your energy from the abundance that's there for you. So if you have Netflix, go look for Leslie Jones and watch her stand up. I'm pretty sure it's pretty recent. I don't know. She was wearing like a black t-shirt, black pants. She had a knee brace on her knee. Her hair is always short and spiky. I don't remember what it's called. I'll go look it up and put it in the comments maybe. But look for Leslie Jones on Netflix. She's hilarious. Again, it's R-rated, but I loved her reminder of getting in a time machine and her future self telling her, just go back to now. Just be present now. Stop worrying about what's going to happen. Stop wishing you could go back to the past and change things. Just live in the now and focus on now. Be present now. That is how you attract abundance. That is how you're even open to the abundance, because you've unlimited yourself to it. So use mindfulness. Use gratitude to redirect and stay mindful of the current moment. Breathe through it all. Invite deep breaths into your space and align your energy with mindfulness and gratitude so that you can accept what's there for you now. This abundance is here for you now, not in the future. It's there for you in the future. It was there for you in the past, but it's available for you right now. So stop thinking about those other times and grab the abundance that's there for you right now. Go listen to Leslie Jones talk about it. If you want to get in a time machine and talk to your future self, I hope your future self tells you to go back to the present time and live in the now and be mindful of the now. You use gratitude to do that, to be mindful of the now. Y'all, I am so excited. Not only is Wednesday when we talk about gratitude on the Daily Drive, but Wednesday has also become the day for our Becoming Unlimited support group. We meet at a church in downtown Richmond. You are welcome to come in person. It's not religious. That's just where we're meeting because it's my mom's church. So we meet at a church downtown. You're welcome to come meet with us in person. Today, we're going to talk about mindfulness and do an activity. So you're welcome to come meet us in person or hop into my Becoming Unlimited Facebook group because we do parts of it live. You don't have to feel pressured to be live if you come in person. That's just me and my girl Ashley. But I am so excited to meet with our support group. We just offer some help, a safe place to unpack and to grow together. So that's today at noon Eastern time. I'm so excited. You'll see it live in Becoming Unlimited, or you can come join us in person. If you are not in my Becoming Unlimited Facebook group, let me know, or just search for Becoming Unlimited. It is a free, just community of support, not a sales platform in any kind of way. We just chat, grow together, and become unlimited together. So hop into that if you need to. We've got a giveaway going on that's going to be announced during the support group live today. If you haven't gone to dailydrivecoaching.com, do me a favor and check that out. Scroll all the way down to the bottom where it says subscribe, put your email address in and hit submit, and you will get semi-daily blog posts from me, other information about unlimiting your mind, and you can see all of my retail and services there. I will never ask for a fee for what I do here on social media. All I ask is that you subscribe to all the things, you share, you continue to help spread mental health awareness and breaking the stigma of mental health by just tagging a friend, sharing, subscribing to all the things. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, share a video with a friend, like, comment, all of those things. That's all I'll ask for. You can see everything else on dailydrivecoaching.com. Make sure you turn on notifications for everything so you don't miss when I go live, because you all help me live in my purpose by just watching me share this information with you. So remember, gratitude, the practice of gratitude literally and physically changes the chemical makeup of your brain. One of the ways that I show gratitude is with my joy jar and just my whole community. I just love every single person that hops on here, the ones that interact with me, the ones that lurk on here and don't ever say anything, the ones that are vulnerable with me, the people that I have in my life. I am just grateful for all of you, for everyone in this community. So you go in the joy jar. Remember to stay mindful. Use gratitude to redirect your brain towards mindfulness so that you can live in the current moment and accept the abundance that's here for you now. Remember, it takes 90 seconds to shift energy and emotion in your body and brain. So give yourself at least 90 seconds or more of gratitude practices often so that you can stay in control of your mind. Always use gratitude to redirect those thoughts that you don't want, and always use gratitude to stay mindful of the current moment rather than living in the past or the future. I love y'all so much. Thank you again for being here with me. I will see you soon.